The inspector's toolbox is a simple toolbox that is utilized to provide some statistics about the inspectors, such as number of observations or number of structures that a certain inspector have inspected. So in order to access this toolbox, we go to the main menu bar and the main interface of OpenIPDM. We go to Tools, and then we go to Inspectors Data. So we click on this option in the menu bar, and the Inspectors Data toolbox would load up, and we would have, so I'm going to take this down. So this is the main interface. So basically in this this toolbox takes .mat files. So here there's like only one input, which is load inspection data. If I click on the load button here, I would have my loading window. So I'm gonna go ahead and load some synthetic data that has been generated. So mainly the file or the .mat file that I would have is the pre-processed file .mat from the read database toolbox. So this is like the file that I load, which mainly has the information about the inspections, when they happened, and the inspectors that performed these inspections. So if I click on this and load it, the toolbox would start looking up the inspectors, and once it's done, it will tell me so. So it's still looking up the and the time that it takes to look up the inspectors is really dependent on the size of the database. So this database is fairly large. So now we found all the inspectors that were involved in this database. So this is we have like the table here, which has the inspector ID, number of structures that this inspector inspected, number of observations that this inspector have performed, and the average condition for the structural elements that, or the average condition that this inspector has reported, and the standard deviation for all the conditions that this inspector has reported. So if you want to, what we can do is that we can select one inspector, like for example this inspector ID, and we can click observations histogram. So this would plot the histogram for the inspections that this inspector has reported. And if you click on extract IDs, basically what it will do is it will extract all the inspectors IDs that are involved in this particular database, and will save them as a .mat file. So this is like a main overview, and the purpose of this software is really to provide some statistics about how many, for example, structures that an inspector have evaluated, or how many inspections that he has reported, and so on.